In this video, I want to discuss the tragedy of what happened to this beautiful mixed-race boy. He was starved to death. He was physically abused by his stepmother and his biological father. Sadly, despite investigation, how he was able to meet this horrible and disturbing demise where his lifeless body was fed to pigs, I don't know. Because if you have suspicion that a child's life is in danger, if you have suspicion that some kind of abuse is going on, whether physically or sexually, you are going to remove that child immediately. Despite what the court says, you have a duty of care in order to be proactive, to react to imminent danger. The family, the woman, the mother, the natural mother, she had £1 million payout. 1 million. She's gonna go partying on a holiday. Whether she'll be grieving or not, I don't know. Because why was the child left with this psychopath to begin with? Why was the child left with a father if she was a fit mother? Something does not make sense. But she'll end up with 1 million payout and play the grieving mother. Something doesn't add up. Because the courts usually side up with the women. But for this psychopath, this ugly, girly looking brute, to end up with a child, he must have been a lesser demon. But they ended up killing this innocent mixed race boy. Sadly, you question yourself, how shocked can you be? In these end times, as the world's collapsing, immorality spreading and the alphabet crew is destroying mankind, the alphabet mafia, you wonder how worse can the world become? And it does get worse, it does. Because when you hear stories like these, you think it's impossible. You think this is for gory horror movies, where horror movie fans would queue up and watch these kind of sadistic torture. You don't expect it to take part or take place in real life, but it does. This poor child, the abuse he must have went through, the abuse, the horror, and knowing that he couldn't escape. They must have tortured him every day, and he could not escape. He was too vulnerable, too weak. And they starved him, so he'd have no energy, even if he wanted to run away. And then they killed him and fed his body to pigs. This is how he saw his own flesh and blood. This is how he saw his own son, fit enough to feed to beasts, to pigs. It makes you wonder if there is a God. Because if he doesn't get the death penalty, if he doesn't get the death penalty, it makes you want to believe in a higher power. It really does. Sometimes you can accept why certain mindset believe in the death penalty all over the world. If this had happened in Germany or England, Italy, he wouldn't get the death penalty, because I think, to my knowledge, only England and Muslim countries practice the death penalty. He will get away with it if the area, the Missouri, does not practice death penalty. He'll just do life in prison. And as long as he attaches to his kind, he won't get beaten up in prison for what he did to this young boy. As for the mother, the stepmother, I don't know what kind of drugs they were taking for her to sit back and watch this animal starve and kill his own son. I'm not sure they were on drugs. Maybe you can tell me. I'm not sure. The articles I've read doesn't mention anything of them being on drugs. You cannot be in a state of mind and not be on drugs. It's impossible. You cannot be in that state of mind and not be on drugs. They say, well, the drugs maybe do it. No. The drugs only amplify what you are by nature. Let me give you an example. Okay, Christmas time, etc., family time, I'll have a good drink, a good booze, and I will just be drunk plastered. But you know something? Either I become a comedian, or you wouldn't believe it, right? I become a comedian, or I sleep. Whereas alcohol bring out the violence in some people. Oh, it was the booze that made me do it. No, all the booze did was amplify what you are by nature. Or the alcohol made me do it when they go and cheat on their partners. No, it only amplifies what you want to do, i.e. go out and cheat. It's only amplified and makes you courageous to come out and do what you want to, have always wanted to do. Same with drugs. Same with drugs, of the hardcore, dirty drugs, I'm sure can turn saints into sinners. But they must have been on drugs. There must have been. If they weren't, then it's shocking. Pure, brutal evil. Really sad. Really sad. A young life. Never even went to graduation. Never even lived his life. He came on this earth to suffer. He came on this earth to go through pain. He came on this earth to die the way he did. And now these thugs, these psychopaths, these devil worshippers, I hope they meet the same fate. And I do hope there is a God out there. I really do.